established between my sisters and I, where it kind of started when I moved back home from college. I'm at my alma mater at Westfield High School, and this mom was like, "Hey, you want to train my kid?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, whatever." So I went home. My sisters and I sit in the living room, a regular casual day, and they were like, "Sis, you know you can start training children. We can make this a business, and we can actually take over the whole north side of Houston." And I'm like, "Hey, that's a good idea. That's a good idea." So of course, we took the necessary measures to go ahead and establish this and make it become a business. I'm the executive director of the company. This company will only go as far as I lead it, so I just lead the company in every aspect, being the ultimate leader that people can count on to make things happen on the north side of Houston and beyond that in the future. All of my life, I've been told that I've been a leader, whether in the church, in the community, on the court. I've kind of always had the opportunity to be the captain, the leader of the team. So that idea for me, I want to always build for the future, So in order to build for the future, you have to establish leaders. The name kind of connected, and we got future leaders. That's something that's God-given, man. I can't talk about where the love and the desire and the passion to play this game has come from. That's something God gave me a long time ago. Family reunion. My uncle taught me how to pass the ball in between my legs, and basketball has simply been the love of my life ever since. So me learning how to dribble the ball at 4 years old, that was the start to something great. I then played YMCA. My father taught me. My father coached me. I went on to play middle school ball, and I was actually pretty decent. I was a freshman on varsity at high school, at Westfield High School, and I received a full scholarship playing AAU ball with my coach, unsigned senior. I was getting ready to graduate from Westfield High School, and I hadn't signed. I was looking at a junior college. I was always told I was too small to go Division I, too small to do this, too small to do that. However, the opportunity presented itself for me to go to a Division I up in Baltimore, Maryland, a smaller school named Coppin State University. I tore my ACL my junior year in college, and it took off ever since then. I knew in my heart that basketball will always be a part of me. Of course, absolutely, it discouraged me in the beginning, but as soon as I was able to process that, and that information I was able to swallow that pill, like, okay, surgery, let's get back. That was my immediate reaction. Let's get back. Do what you got to do to get back. Rehab, lift weights, eat right. Do what you have to do to get back on that court, because that's how much I love basketball. I had to get back. So absolutely it discouraged me. But I think that my love for the game magnified then at that point. I was able to see it from a different perspective. I think that you never know how much you really love something until you're faced with a challenge. And once you're faced with a challenge, how you handle that challenge, that's a true testament to who you are. That shows character, who you are as a person. We simply care about the children. It would be extremely selfish of me, my sisters, and any other person that we hire to be a part of this organization. It would be extremely selfish of us to hold on to everything that life has taught us. This game is a beautiful game, and it's bigger than basketball. It's taught me different principles outside of basketball, outside these four lines. It's made me who I am today. So it would be selfish of me to hold on to everything that I've learned. Everything that this game has given me, my job is to simply give it back to any kid who decides to be a future leader in the sport. It's simple, man. You got to be about that life. You have to be about that grind. Ask yourself, I think it's important that everybody ask themselves, am I really about this? I played Division I basketball. My family will tell you, I came home 3 days for Christmas. I had to get back on the road. I couldn't come home for Thanksgiving. So are you really about that life? If you're recruited to go overseas, if you're recruited to go to the WNBA, are you really about living out of a suitcase? Are you really about the grind, the hard work that it takes, the blood, the sweat, and the tears? Are you really about that? If a student athlete can come up to me and say, Coach Sess, I want this, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go above and beyond and make sure that kid understands exactly what they're facing and how to overcome that, how to conquer that goal. It's a challenge. I'm a human being. So there's always going to be a time where I'm frustrated, the child is frustrated, but it's the challenge. How I react to that challenge is what makes me who I am. So of course I'm going to be frustrated. Of course the student athlete is going to be frustrated, but what am I going to do to overcome that challenge? I'm going to push forward because I can't quit. That's the pressure that I have. I will not quit. That's the pressure that I wake up with every day, because this is going to work for me. This is going to work for my sisters. This is going to work for this community. This is going to work for Houston, Texas. It's the challenge that I'm willing to accept. Frustration is my new sin, so definitely want to take over the whole city of Houston. I think that it's imperative that we grab here on the north side first, right? In this area, graduated and grew up right here in Spring. So I think that it's imperative that we grab this area first, take over the whole northern region of Houston, then move on, expand outside of Houston, the Cadies, the Woodlands, the Cinco Ranch, everything like that, Pearland. And then eventually satellite train, where somebody is calling me in Baltimore, Maryland, hey, Coach Sess, come out here, I have student athletes that need your help, that I need you to train. I need you to be a mentor to them. That's it. That's how I can put it into words. That's mentorship. I remember every single coach that I've ever had in my life, and I think that that's important growing up. You have your family, you know, you have your aunts and your uncles, right? You have your neighbors. But it's something about a coach that is special to them. It's a mentor. It's a person you can look up to. It's a person you can call. It's a person you can talk to. It's a person that can provide guidance. Hey, Coach, I'm having trouble with my clearinghouse. Hey, Coach, I need to study for my PSAT. I need to study for my SAT. It's somebody that you can call and you can count on. So definitely mentorship. Definitely going to be effective in the community, giving back to our community, serving in our community. And different aspects like that. I mean, the sky's the limit. Like I said, my mind is really expanding. You got my mind going like 100 miles per hour, but it's all good. It'll come into fruition. Man, most recently, man, the outpouring of love that we've received. I have people that'll drive from Missouri City, Texas. We're talking an hour, right? An hour in traffic in Houston, Texas, a city to me that's overpopulated. You have people that drive to come see Coach Sess. I have parents that come to me every week, and they're fussing at their kid in the stand, or the kid is playing the game, and this is hilarious. I have a parent, he says he'll stand up while the kid is bringing the ball to the court. Coach Sess, do what Coach Sess taught you. That blows my mind. That brings a tremendous amount of joy to my heart, because that's exactly what we're here for. That's exactly what this organization is about. It's about bettering the student athlete, and I think so far that's what we've done. We've went from training 2 kids this summer to now 16, 17 kids. They've been consistently coming to Coach Sess, to Coach Gerald, to Coach Williams. It's been a beautiful thing, and it's only going to become bigger, and I can't wait. I mean, everybody that's been a part of my life obviously has got me to this point. However, when it comes to the business aspect, I have a few mentors that I've spoken to, but I'm telling you, I know this in my heart that I would not be where I am without my sisters, without a couple other my family members. We've come together, we've done things, we've been in a circle, we've held hands, we've built this business together. It's taken tears, it's taken fights, it's taken a lot of laughs. However, that's the only reason that we're here today, and I'm super grateful. I'm very grateful. That I worked hard, man, and I was relentless in everything that I did, everything that was presented my way, that I was unstoppable. I'm not going to let anything stop me from giving the game of basketball plus more to my student athletes. I want them to remember me by that. Every coach in my life I remember, and the one that sticks out in my mind is Phyllis Morris now. She was an incredible mentor. She taught us how to work regardless. We running hills in 95-degree weather in downtown Houston. We're running War Drive. You're talking 3 and 4 miles, and she would not let us quit. Blood, sweat, and tears is what this game takes, and that's stuck with me until this day. So the same things that my coaches have taught me is the same thing that I'm trying to instill in student athletes today.